Is this thing on? Perfect. Now, I'm not usually one to do this kind of stuff, but in the spirit of Halloween, I'm gonna be pulling a prank on old Silver. I've set up some classic Halloween sound effects and a ghost prop in the studio. I put this Blaze plushie on the middle of the table, and the second he comes in and picks up the doll, the sound effect will play and the Halloween prop will pop out. I'll demonstrate. Here, I'll pick up the doll, and the ghost props will pop out and Halloween sounds will play. And then Halloween will unleash its glory unto Silver. And now, since I have the whole studio to myself and you as my captive audience, I will demonstrate my Halloween costume. As many of you know, I can be seen wearing a hat in the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA movie. The studio is nice enough to let me keep the hat, so I'm gonna wear it this Halloween. I like it. Kinda makes me look like I'm Australian. Hey, right, crikey, I'm from Australia, little wallaby.
Maria, do you think people from Australia would find that offensive?
What's going on?
I don't know, but maybe they would find the stereotype annoying? I heard that not all accents and dialects are the same in Australia. What do you think, Cosmo?
I guess it would get kind of old, huh?
Who's there?
Well, whatever they feel, they have great chocolate down there. Or maybe that's New Zealand.
Hey, who's there? Come out, or I'll come over there and I'll punch your lights out!
Do you think he can hear us?
I can hear you loud and clear!
Usually the living can't hear the dead. Unless if it is a special occasion.
Well, it is near Halloween. Living seems to be more sensitive to the dead this time of year.
Knuckles, how do we put this gently? The reason why you can't see us is because...
We're dead! Dead as a doornail!
We're spirits that have previously lived in this world.
You mean you're ghosts?
That's one way to put it, yes. Do you remember me, Knuckles? I am Tikal, your ancestor. We worked together when the Chaos lost control.
Ghosts? Keep away from me!
Oh no, Knuckles! It's okay! We won't hurt you! It's your friend Cosmo! It's so great to see you again!
No! No! Keep away!
Well, that didn't go well.
I sometimes forget how frightening the living find the dead.
I wouldn't 100% consider myself dead. I'm more of a Schrodinger's cat kind of thing. Both dead, yet not, and hey! Is this a setup for a podcast?
Podcast?
Forgive me, but in my time, we didn't have any of the devices we have today. I can't seem to keep up with the technology these days.
Same here. I mean, we had advanced spaceships and stuff, but podcasts are a relatively new concept.
I was in the flesh not too long ago. I think it's kind of like a talk show.
Ooh, let's do one! I've always wanted to do
A
one.
talk show? That sounds fun. What kind of message would you leave for the living?
I guess we could start by introducing ourselves.
Okay. I'm Chip. And if you don't mind spoilers, I am the light Gaia of the world. So despite me being like 2 feet tall, I am a god.
I am Tikal, member of the Knuckles clan long ago.
I am Maria Robotnik, granddaughter of Dr. Gerald Robotnik and sufferer of NIDS, and a close friend of the original Shadow.
I am Cosmo, the Cetrian. I'm not canon, but the sound designer of the dialogue and sound effects insisted I be involved. I think she has an unhealthy obsession with Tails and my relationship.
That's a little weird.
You mean like how the director and creator has unofficially established a non-canon yet still implied ship between the characters with that same member?
Gross.
Enough! Get on with it!
Who was that?
Not sure.
Anyway,
Hey, there's a piece of paper over there.
It says introduction, news and issues, and Q&A.
Oh, can I take a look? Ooh, can I start the podcast? Welcome, listeners, to... well, let's see. HogCast. Your hosts today are this ghostly crew of spooky, scary Wait, no we aren't. Spooky, scary ghosts!
How terribly amusing. On to the first part of this. What was it again?
Well, let's take a look-see. News and issues.
Issue 1. It's Halloween.
I love Halloween. Halloween comes only once a year, but it's too fun to celebrate only on one day.
It's become more of a season, hasn't it? Do you like Halloween, Chip?
I mean, the candy is nice, but the scary stuff?
It's okay, Chip. I get scared too.
Boo!
Ah! Hey!
Sorry. Couldn't resist.
I had bad experiences with my first Halloween a while back. Long story short, there were actual ghosts and possession and werehogs and crushes and I don't remember much else.
I never got to celebrate it while I was alive. Every fall and spring I was in intensive care for my NIDS.
To be honest, I never really knew what Halloween was. I was in a refugee ship for most of my life. But look at us being all sad and glum. We can celebrate Halloween now.
That's true. I think Halloween is even cooler when you're a ghost.
I guess in regards to news for Sonic the Hedgehog, have you read the new ID comics?
You mean the IDW comics?
It is very suspenseful.
Issue 22 came out this month, right? That's good timing for Halloween. I mean, with the theme of zombies. I just hope they make it out okay.
Oh yes,
Zombies?
don't let the zombots touch you,
Touch?
or else you'll get infected.
Oh, come, Maria. Let us leave him alone.
Sorry, Chip.
It's alright.
Sonic and Mario at the Olympics comes out next month.
It is exciting.
Isn't it nice to see Mario and Sonic compete in a healthy competition versus fighting all
Oh
the
yes,
time?
I think Shadow is joining in on it too. I will have to watch him compete.
I hope Tails does
I
well.
bet Sonic is going to kick butt. If he can down Dark Gaia, then he's got no problem.
You'll even have a 2D option that players can play with.
That would be nice to have them pay homage to their origins.
Agreed.
Ooh, hey! Someone left Halloween candy here.
Can we even eat it? We are spiritual after all.
I seem to recall that under certain circumstances, ghosts can in fact eat.
And as a bonus, we never get full. Dig in, guys!
I may pass on account that I'm mostly plant.
Oh, man. I feel like I haven't eaten anything in forever.
Forgot what this stuff tastes like.
This is delectable. Sweet foods were an extreme rarity in my time. We were lucky to find a few cocoa beans each year.
So, what's next?
I think questions and answers, right?
Do we have any questions to answer?
I don't think so.
I got one. Maria, what is the best way to start off the morning?
I like to check on those that I love.
Like Shadow?
Yes, he and I always wondered what it would be like to be on Earth. And he's gotten to see it all and do so much. I'm so happy for him. I only wish that he would be happy too.
He has been through a lot.
Didn't he try to kill you, Cosmo?
Yes, but I hated and wanted revenge against the Metarex for so long. I'm so tired of grudges and vengeance. And because of Shadow, our friends are still alive. I just want to forgive for a change.
Chip, now that I have gotten a taste of this delicious candy, what kind of chocolate is best?
All of it. Yep. If it has the word chocolate in it, it's good.
Really?
Takal, what was your favorite thing to do when you were alive?
I enjoyed being with the Chow and the shrine. It was so peaceful when compared to my father's warring tribe. If the world was more like that, where would we be?
I guess we'll never know, huh? Cosmo, what is the perfect date?
Me? Didn't they already ask the same question in the first podcast? Wouldn't that imply that the writers were too lazy to think of another question?
Probably, and give it a shot.
I would say if I was with Tails, that would be the perfect date.
Tails?
Yes. As long as I was with him, I wouldn't need anything else.
Aww.
You really love him, don't you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
What? What would you guys dress up as for Halloween?
I have no idea.
A tree.
Aren't you already one?
Well, yes. I can become one. So it would be easy.
A chocolate bar!
Never would have guessed. I think I would be a scientist. I mean, I grew up around them, and my grandfather was one.
Okay. There has been one thing that has been bothering me. Why is it that only nice girls in the Sonic franchise die?
Come again?
I mean, that's what it seems like. Sega just likes to kill nice girls.
I think that it's because if we were mean, our deaths wouldn't have had as much of an impact on
If
people.
we were mean and cruel, us leaving the franchise would be more of a relief, right? Being kind and gentle has a greater impact than being unkind and brash ever could.
I guess being good really does make a difference.
Hey, what's that?
Is that a fax machine?
A what?
It's something that transmits messages over a phone line. It's actually considered to be technology that is more out of date today.
Looks pretty modern to me. What's that over there?
That's a printer.
A
what?
My head hurts. I can't keep up with these technological advances.
Chip, what does it say?
They're questions. For us!
Wait, have these mics been on the whole time? Have the living really been able to hear us?
I guess so. Okay. This first question is from Cameron. Takal, if you had known about Chao being able to be trained, would you have used them against the Echidna Uprising?
Oh, well, the thing is, I already knew about that. Problem is, like any Chow owner would know, Chow training is extremely time-consuming and takes dedication and effort. 3 things I just didn't have enough of before my family destroyed everything.
Well, that makes sense.
Ooh, this next one's for me. Caleb asks, Chip, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Is this a difficult question?
You betcha. I can't pinpoint just one.
Maybe narrow a few down then?
Okay, any flavor. Haha, as long as it's cold and on a cone.
Well, it's nice to see you're not easily swayed.
May I see that? This one is for Cosmo, from Rochelle. Since you're a plant, what do you smell like? Good point. Let me see. I've always had a penchant for smelling nice things. I didn't mean that in a creepy way, of course, Cosmo.
Fail me.
He just said I smell whole things that smell really nice.
No,
I didn't mean to sound like a stalker or anything.
I don't usually get that question, but
Uh,
I mean, I'm surprised more animals don't ask that.
It was just a few questions, but it's enough to finish the Q&A with a bang.
Thank you very much for sending these in, whoever's listening.
The last question is for you, Cosmo.
Oh, really?
Yep. Olivia asked, what was your reaction when Tails shouted he loves you?
That's a deep question.
Everything was such a blur in the moment. I think Tails pulled the trigger right after he said that. Because how can one describe being told I love you from someone you care for so much? Though the universe was saved, it came at a cost that none of us were anticipating. Looking back at the brief moment, I truly realized what I was leaving behind. And it included the boy I loved.
Aw, Cosmo.
Sorry. With all that was at stake, how could I not save my friends? For their sake, I could do it.
Always remember you did what was right.
That's right. And remember, their mourning is not a bad thing. Mourning is a natural and normal process. It demonstrates the love they have for you and how much they miss you.
Thank you. Thank you, Olivia, for the thoughtful question.
I guess that's all the questions we have. I'm surprised that many living people heard us.
Even if it was those few.
It must be the Halloween season.
Must be.
Well, with the living people that are listening, what would be something you would tell them?
What I told Shadow. bring hope to humanity. We have enough hurt in our world. We could always use more hope.
Life goes on.
You must live.
Whatever happens, we will stay by your side forever.
Weren't these our last words to our friends?
Last words can have an impact.
As long as they have dramatic timing.
What is your deal? Calm down.
I'm serious. Listen to me. You've got to believe me. There were ghosts in there.
This better be good, Echidna. There's nothing here.
Of course there isn't. They're ghosts. You can't see ghosts. They were talking with me.
Very funny, Knuckles. You dragged me all the way up here for the... Hey, what's that?
What's what?
Hey, there's a Blaze doll. Oh, that's so cute. The real Blaze is back in her own dimension for the week, so I need
Wait,
something to
Silver!
nuzzle.
Don't touch it!
Now that was worth it.
You dragged us up here for that prank?
No! Well, not at first.
Let's just go. I don't care as long as no more knuckleheads do stupid pranks.
That chance, Sylvie.
For the love of Gaia, stop calling me that.
Well, mission accomplished. I'm headed to the car.
Knuckles, I'm not taking the car. I'm flying home today. Shadow? You coming?
Yeah. I just thought I heard something. Let's go.
Took you long enough.
So, either of you think it'd be creepy if I kept the Blaze doll? What? I'm just saying. I mean, I said she's away for the week.
Goodbye, Shadow.
Hey, I gotta have something. Where'd it go?
May you have a very happy Halloween. Goodbye.